Habits that create massive success. Jim Rohn. Introduction. Jim Rohn, often hailed as one of the greatest personal development philosophers of the 20th century, distilled the essence of achievement into practical habits that anyone can adopt. His teachings emphasize that success does not arrive by chance or genius alone, but through consistent, daily disciplines, small choices made repeatedly over time. Rohn's own journey from humble beginnings on a farm in Idaho to a world-renowned speaker and mentor illustrates the transformative power of habits. In his view, a person's destiny is shaped not by grand events, but by the daily rituals and mindsets they cultivate. This text explores the core habits Jim Rohn recommended for creating massive success, broken into 10 pillars that, when practiced with discipline and consistency, lead to extraordinary results. In the chapters that follow, we will examine each habit in depth, why it matters, how to implement it, and concrete steps to integrate it into your life. We will draw upon Rohn's own stories, analogies, and timeless wisdom, translating his principles into actionable strategies, whether you are just beginning your journey toward success or seeking to accelerate progress in business, health, or personal relationships. These habits form the blueprint to elevate your performance and expand your potential. By the end of this exploration, you will not only understand the importance of each habit, but have a clear roadmap to adopt them in your daily routine, setting you on a path toward massive, lasting success. Habit 1. Cultivate a winning mindset. At the heart of Jim Rohn's philosophy lies the belief that success starts in the mind. A winning mindset is characterized by optimism, resilience, and self-awareness. Rohn taught that individuals become what they think about most of the time. Therefore, managing your internal dialogue and beliefs is the foundational habit for any lasting achievement. To cultivate this mindset, begin each day with affirmations that reinforce your goals and values. For example, affirm statements like, "I am committed to growth," or "I embrace challenges as opportunities." These verbal reminders prime your subconscious to look for alignment and resources throughout the day. Moreover, practice negative thoughts. When faced with setbacks, instead of thinking, "I failed," ask, "What lesson can I extract?" This shift transforms obstacles into learning experiences, sustaining momentum rather than stalling progress. Visualization is another powerful technique Rohn advocated. Spend 5 to 10 minutes each morning envisioning successful outcomes in vivid detail, securing a big client, delivering a stellar presentation, or executing a flawless workout. By simulating success mentally, you train your brain to recognize patterns and behaviors associated with that success, making it more likely to manifest in reality. Habit 2. Set clear, written goals daily. Goals. There's no telling what you can do when you get inspired by them, Jim Rohn would say. Clarity is power. Without well-defined objectives, your efforts scatter and yield minimal results. Rohn insisted that writing down goals converts vague intentions into binding commitments. Begin by dividing goals into categories: career, health, finances, relationships, and personal growth. For each category, articulate specific outcomes, such as increasing monthly revenue by 15%, reducing body fat percentage to 18%, saving $10,000 in an emergency fund, or reading 24 books in a year. Attach deadlines to each target to create urgency and measurable milestones. Once drafted, review your list every morning and evening. This habit reinforces priorities and keeps your subconscious aligned with your aims. Rohn recommended the S criteria, making goals specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, which ensures they are realistic and trackable. Habit 3. Master daily planning and time management. Time is the great equalizer. Everyone has the same 24 hours. What separates high achievers is not more time, but how they allocate it. Jim Rohn taught that unplanned time leads to time wasted. Effective planning transforms scattered hours into purposeful blocks aligned with your highest priorities each evening. Draft a list of the top 3 tasks for the following day that will drive you closest to your major goals. Label them a 1, a 2, and a 3, and schedule dedicated time slots to tackle each without interruption. Use techniques like time blocking and the Pomodoro method, 25 minutes of focused work followed by 5-minute breaks. To maintain high productivity levels and prevent fatigue, Rohn also emphasized planning for margins, buffer periods between appointments, and tasks to accommodate unexpected delays and avoid cascading stress. Include short breaks for physical movement, mindfulness, pauses, and hydration to sustain energy throughout the day. Habit 4. Embrace lifelong learning, a core tenet of Jim Rohn's teaching is that personal development precedes professional success. To excel, cultivate a habit of continuous learning. This involves reading, attending seminars, seeking mentors, and reflecting on experiences. Activities that expand knowledge, sharpen skills, and spark innovation. Rohn personally read at least 1 hour per day, 5 books per month. His reading list spanned biographies, philosophy, business, and self-help. Emulate this practice by carving out daily reading time, whether first thing in the morning or during a commute. Complement reading with audio content such as podcasts or audiobooks when hands-on tasks prevent page turning. Identify areas where skills gaps hinder your progress: public speaking, financial analysis, leadership, or technical competencies. And enroll in courses or workshops that target these gaps. By treating your mind as a premium asset that requires consistent investment, you fortify your capacity to seize emerging opportunities and solve complex challenges. Hallmarks of massive success. Habit 5. Practice disciplined financial management. Financial independence is both a product and a facilitator of massive success. Jim Rohn's financial habit framework centers on living below your means, saving a fixed percentage of income, and wisely allocating capital toward growth opportunities. Begin with a budget that categorizes expenses into essentials: savings, investments, and discretionary spending. Rohn famously advised allocating at least 10% of gross income to savings or charity, 10% to taxes, 10% to business reinvestment, and living on the remaining 70%. Adjust percentages based on personal circumstances. But the principle of pay yourself first ensures you build your financial foundation rather than react to spending impulses. Habit 6. Surround yourself with the right people. Jim Rohn asserted that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. The individuals you associate with profoundly influence your mindset, attitudes, and behaviors. To elevate your potential, cultivate relationships with mentors, high achievers, and supportive peers. Identify role models in your industry or area of interest and seek opportunities to connect through networking events, mastermind groups, or online forums. Habit 7. Establish powerful routines. Routines are the mechanisms through which habits manifest. Jim Rohn emphasized the significance of morning and evening rituals that prime your mind and restore your energy. Your morning routine sets the tone for the day. Include activities that energize and focus you: light, exercise, or stretching to awaken the body, meditation, or prayer to center the mind, and a review of goals and affirmations to align your purpose. Routines reduce decision fatigue by automating beneficial behaviors. Over time, these rituals become anchors that sustain performance, regardless of external chaos. Habit 8. Take massive, consistent action. Ideas and plans are worthless without execution. Jim Rohn warned against perfectionism that causes paralysis. Instead, he championed massive action, taking bold steps consistently to transform vision into reality. Adopt a bias for action by breaking down projects into the smallest possible tasks and committing to complete them promptly. If you feel unsure where to begin, choose any small step that moves you forward. Imperfect action refines understanding, uncovers new information, and builds momentum far more effectively than extended deliberation. By making action your default posture, you convert aspirations into achievements and sustain the forward motion critical for massive success. Habit 9. Prioritize. Physical health and energy. Physical well-being underpins every other success habit. Jim Rohn reminded audiences that your body is your partner in achieving your dreams. Without energy, focus falters and performance declines. Incorporate regular exercise, whether cardio, strength training, or flexibility work, into your weekly routine. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate activity, or 75 minutes of vigorous exercise each week, as recommended by health authorities. Schedule workouts as non-negotiable appointments in your calendar, just like business meetings. By respecting and investing in your body, you ensure the vitality required to implement all other success habits consistently. Habit 10. Give back and practice gratitude. True success extends beyond personal gain. Jim Rohn believed that contribution and gratitude are essential to a fulfilling life. Generosity nurtures positive relationships, enhances reputation, and fosters a sense of purpose that transcends material achievements. Cultivate gratitude by maintaining a daily practice of listing things you appreciate: relationships, opportunities, lessons, and small joys. This habit shifts focus from scarcity to abundance, fueling motivation and resilience.